Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope you're having an amazing day. It is Friday, June 20th, 2014, and we're going to start with the facts of the matter. Good compliment. I can live on a good compliment for 6 months. Mark Twain. Recently, two senior Christian leaders visited my wife, and me. One of them conveyed a cool, sensuous and detached manner as he doled out dry, emotionless suggestions on how we should improve. For several days we carried his bags, pampered him in his whims, and catered to his idiosyncrasies and catered to him. As he departed to minister at his next destination, we found ourselves left with a curious mixture of angst and relief. A few days later, the other Christian leader visited with us. Traveling as he was with his severely infirmed wife, his circumstances were extremely trying. Yet he managed to convey a gracious, sensitive, and caring spirit. In the course of his interaction with our friends, he commented in my presence, "Dwight is a faithful man." I am amazed at how the one brief, encouraging remark has bolstered me in the weeks or two since it was uttered. This fine Christian leader believes I am a faithful man. Hey, I can live on that compliment for 6 months, and it could cost him nothing to offer it. As I reflected back on these two men, two scriptures came to mind. Regarding the censorious gentleman, Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Regarding the gracious gentleman, Paul said in 1 Omnis Paul said, 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 16, the Lord give mercy unto the house of Onesiphorus. For he oft refreshed me, and was not ashamed of my chain. Question. How are you doing in the compliment department? Do you come off as coolly detached or as compassionately involved? When was the last time you took a colleague aside and gave him or her a word of encouragement, or put your arm around your spouse or one of your kids and said, "I think you are dynamite. I'm proud of you"? The cost of giving a compliment is infinitesimal, but the reward to the recipient could be immeasurable. Perhaps 6 months of a bolstered spirit. We tend to give compliments to others easier than we do our own family, and I'm guilty of that. I'll give compliments to my pastor, to my brothers and sisters in Christ, before I do my own family. It's easier in some ways. But you got to remember that your family needs those compliments just as much as your fellow brothers and sisters, if not more. So you got to learn to give compliments to them so that it can bolster their faith, their help. It'll help them. When you see your kid doing something good, compliment them. I've been riding Joey's so much lately that when I see him doing something good, I tend to give a poor compliment. It's a compliment, but it's not as encouraging as it should be. You gotta remember, just because you barely see anything worth complimenting doesn't mean that there isn't a compliment that you can give. And that is the facts of the matter for Friday, June 20th, 2014. Peace be in you, my brothers and sisters. May the Lord have mercy on us all. I love you guys so very much. God bless.